Verhofstadt has turned on Angela Merkel in a scathing tweet over Germany's supposed reluctance to take a tougher stance against China. The EU chief suggested selling cars to China was more important to Germany than taking a firm stance on Beijing. Mr. Verhofstadt warned the EU will never be able to put in a more robust policy against the Asian superpower. He tweeted, "As long as selling cars to China is more important to Europe, especially to Germany, than taking a firm stance on the Chinese crackdown on human rights in Hong Kong, Tibet and Xinjiang, we will never be able to put in place a more robust EU-China policy." His remarks come as German Chancellor Angela Merkel comes under increasing amounts of pressure to do more to defend Hong Kong over China's controversial new security law. Norbert Röttgen, a leading figure in Mrs. Merkel's own party, the Christian Democratic Union, said Mrs. Merkel's response was too weak. He said, "What the German government said about Hong Kong was the absolute minimum, and it just wasn't enough." Didi Tatlow, a senior fellow at the German Council on Foreign Relations (DGAP), said people in Hong Kong have been left disappointed by the reaction in Germany. He told Die Welt, "It has been noted that Germany basically doesn't say anything in public, and has a very weak response to pressure from China. I think Hong Kong people are smart, they are going to be calculating this in. They're going to be thinking to themselves, do I trust this or not? There is a sense that Germany is not living up to expectations at this point." Nils Schmid, the foreign policy spokesman for the Social Democrats, the junior partner in Germany's Grand Coalition government, added, "Merkel's China policy is behind the times. She still sticks to this idea of convergence, that as we deepen our economic ties with China, it will become more liberal and Western-oriented. But that's just out of date." Mrs. Merkel has been reluctant to criticize China behavior in public in the past, and has so far refused to condemn the new national security law.